As they say in Burgh Hockey, let's take that Burgh Hockey outside. Outdoor hockey in the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League is back to begin the calendar year of 2022. And we've got a big North Hills rivalry for you under the stars and under the lights here at the gorgeous North Park Ice Rink in Wexford, Pennsylvania, as the homestanding North Allegheny Tigers, decked out in those beehive jerseys before us, take on the black-clad Seneca Valley Raiders in a battle of the erstwhile Penguins Cup champions and one of Class AAA's playoff hopefuls. Hello, good evening, and welcome. Alongside Brian, PhD Mitch Mitchell, I am Matt Popchock, proudly reporting once again for Pittsburgh Hockey Digest. And what a spectacle this is. It's not quite Minnesota. We don't have frozen coffees that we can turn upside down yet to show you how cold it is, but it is cold, Brian. Of that much we are certain.
You have the announcers on site here at North Park.
Yes.
Yes, you do. And the reason why I said wow in your intro was because I didn't see these jerseys yet. I didn't know they were happening. I love a good third jersey.
It is a spectacular-looking jersey, and it pops. And having done the most recent Seneca Valley game in which they, the penultimate game for Seneca Valley before the holiday break in which they bowed to Peters Township, we got to look at those black jerseys with the blue numbers and blue trim as well. The Raiders, coming off that Peters Township game, went into the break actually on a high note. They beat Upper St. Clair at the Barrel Complex by a score of 10-1 on December the 20th. North Allegheny is coming off a victory as well. In fact, they're coming off 5 straight victories. They have the longest active winning streak in the classification, PIHL Class AAA. They smacked the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils by a 7-2 result at the Mount Lebanon Ice Arena back on December 16th, thanks to another multi-point game from Connor Chi, who, surprise, surprise, is at the top of the AAA scoring race again.
I can't even use the word surprise anymore. I don't know exactly why you're using it. It's Connor Chi. He has been good the last 2 years he's played. He's going to be on top of it. And I think this year he added a little bit to his game, a little bit more defensive this year, a little more physical, and that's something you like to see going into your senior year.
Most certainly, and Chi coming in with 8 goals, 15 assists, 23 points for that aforementioned scoring lead. Right behind him is teammate Matt Irvin with 8 goals, 12 assists, and 20 points. Irvin, in that win over Mount Lebanon, had the game-winning power play goal, had a pair of assists as well as the Tigers rolled. For Seneca Valley, you got to keep an eye on the big kid. I mean, literally the big kid, Jackson Reed. The junior forward is a tall, tall drink of water, and he's been heating up big time for the Seneca Valley Raiders, number 14 in black and blue. Reed coming off a 4-goal eruption against the Panthers back on December 20th, his second hat trick of the season. And Reed now suddenly with a goal in 3 straight. He's got 12 goals altogether. He leads the classification in goals. So Seneca Valley knows how to fill the net too, Brian. Question is this ice going to be conducive enough to teams that like to play that way?
I don't know. It's cold out here. The last 2 games that were played, it seemed like it was a little slower than I would normally see. But then again, if you think about it, you were talking about a JV1 game and an alumni game that was played between these 2 schools, which is pretty cool, and you'll see on BurghHockey.com later.
And North Allegheny coming into this game with an overall mark of 10-1. The reigning Penguins Cup champions are in first place in Class AAA, just 1 point ahead of one of the teams that you're going to see on Pittsburgh Hockey Digest, Burgh Hockey Live tomorrow, the Peters Township Indians, and maybe we'll have more on that a little bit later. The Seneca Valley Raiders come in with an overall record of 6-4, and
they're in 5th.
They are in 5th, in fact. And as a gentle reminder, the top 8 of 11 in Class AAA get into the Penguins Cup playoffs. And so the Raiders find themselves in pretty decent stead right now. And they have played the Bears' share of their schedule to this point on home ice. this will be only technically their 4th away game, as I make the finger quotes of the season. They've won 1 away game so far, and that was one that we covered, the overtime win against Baldwin at the Ice Castle. So Seneca Valley looking to start their second half of the season on a strong note, and what a big boost of confidence it would be to knock off the first place team, the top dog in AAA, which is playing some pretty good hockey right now.
Yeah, absolutely. But look at the outside. Look where we are right now. This is gorgeous.
It is.
And I got to let everybody know I'm a little bit slower tonight because I'm pretty much frozen right now. I've been doing 2 games so far, but we're having a blast with it, so I'm excited to be here. I'm glad you're calling it, and I'm only chiming in.
He has been here literally the last 4.5 hours, ladies and gentlemen. He was here lock, stock, and barrel at 3 p.m. checking out logistics, camera angles, production, what have you. And that varsity game was actually, or the junior varsity game, I should say, was one where spectators got their money's worth. It was a 4-3 final score.
Yes,
and we expect
absolutely.
another good one here tonight.
Sorry, I was checking my levels and everything. Sorry, buddy.
And we are just moments away from the pregame introduction of both these teams.
I hear we have a very big surprise here, too, by the way.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. A surprise
it's a legend.
Artist, yes. A legend in his own time and, well, really any other
our
time.
And all time. We'll find out in a second who we're talking about.
We are just full of surprises here on our first night back with Pittsburgh Hockey Digest in 2022. Happy holidays, happy new year. We hope it was safe, we hope it was healthy, and we hope that you are a lot warmer than Brian and I at the moment, wherever you are tuning into this, be it live or on tape delay.
I got a thaw for like 3 days, so.
The Tigers lining up to our left. They are coached by Mike Bagnotto in his 5th year with the program. Bagnotto had a very successful run with another North Hills area program, the Pine Richland Rams, for several years before he joined the North Allegheny Hockey Association. Anthony Rako behind the bench for his 10th season with the Seneca Valley Raiders, the former Raider player.
The PIHL presents a varsity class AAA outdoor game. Introducing the away team with a record of 6-4. Make some noise for the Seneca Valley Raiders. Introducing our home team with a record of 10-1. Let's hear it for your North Allegheny Tigers! And now to honor America and those who have served her, please direct your attention towards the flag on the balcony for the singing of our national anthem. Here to perform the anthem is the best in the business from the Pittsburgh Penguins, Mr. Jeff Jimerson. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so
Literal chills. And I don't just mean from the weather either.
I'm pretty much okay with the weather. This is going to be worth the flu I'm going to get.
In goal for the North Allegheny Tigers, off to our left is the junior Rylan Murphy. 340 minutes played, a 165 goals against average, 923 save percentage, 6-1 overall mark. He's acquitted himself very well in 2021-2022. And he's also got a pair of shutouts to his credit. And we'll get a look at who's getting the nod for the Seneca Valley Raiders. It appears to be the sophomore, Jonathan Nichols. Nichols coming off a comfortable victory over Upper St. Clair. He has played fewer minutes than senior Kyle Bartlett, but Nichols is a sophomore in 239 and 35 of action, 192 goals against, 929 save percentage. So maybe we're seeing a little bit of a changing of the guard by Anthony Rako, going with a hot hand in net. And so the Raiders off to our right line up for the opening faceoff. Garrett Gadosh will do the honors from the Phantom faceoff dot.
All Phantom here. Barely have any lines on the ice. There are no dots in the corners or along any points, so it should be a fun one.
When they said old-time hockey, they meant old-time hockey. And the Tigers control the draw, and Trey Gallo will dump it toward the Seneca Valley end of the rink to begin the contest. Chipped into the North Allegheny zone now, where Gallo will play it to his left. Tigers in front of their own goal, send it up towards center, where Matt Irvin takes the puck. Irvin in neutral ice is marked immediately by a couple of Seneca Valley back checkers, and the Raiders have the puck now on their own end, and they will try to work it out to center. That outlet pass a little too far by Jack Smelser, and the Raiders have to tag up now, and they will, and that'll allow Connor Chi to fly through center. Chi in between the circles, high slot area. Chi pulls up, shoots, and a shoulder save made there right off the hop. Jonathan Nichols tested for the first time immediately, just a minute into the game, and he passes that test. Loose puck in front, a blind back pass attempted there by one of the Tigers. That appeared to be Nate Spack, the junior, making that effort, but it was blocked by Seneca Valley. And Spack will settle it down shy of center ice, as both teams will change on the fly here. And Spack comes into the Seneca Valley zone 1-on-2. He sends it into the corner behind the Raiders' goal, where it's flagged down by one of Spack's teammates, senior Shane O'Neill. O'Neill up for Nolan Kalinier on the half boards. Out in front it comes, and here's a snapshot that was blocked. Taking the shot was Luke Washabaugh, but the Raiders were right there. Good gap control by Seneca Valley, and here they come the other way, as here's a shot off the shoulder of Rylan Murphy as he makes his first save of the night on one of the Raiders from in real tight left wing side. Players push and shove right in front of the linesman, in front of the Seneca Valley bench, as the Tigers try to play this puck in neutral ice.
Woo! Big hit in front of the boxes.
And here with it now is Cole Jackman. Jackman's shot never made it on goal. Jackman flags down his own rebound, trying to go perhaps to Owen Logan at the right point, but he's not going to be able to connect with him. And the Raiders are going to try to clear this puck out of the zone, but they can't. Logan whistles it toward the goal, and that is denied by Nichols. Tigers with it, far corner, centering pass for Patrick Butegal. Butenal unable to get that on goal. No icing here as Logan retreats to play it behind his own goal. Anthony Rako calling for some fresh troops as the Tigers attack one more time. Centering pass just a little too far for Jackman, as he couldn't tap it in on the doorstep of Nichols. Seneca Valley trying to get its transition game going, but the Tigers take the puck right back. And here comes out to Jackman, who's been out here a while for Mike Bagnotto, and he just dumps the puck in, and now he will come off. Connor Chi, the North Allegheny captain and top point getter, going to come on here as this shot from the right point is sticked aside. That's Will Mensch pulling the trigger, and Jonathan Nichols knocking it out of play. Face off in Seneca Valley territory. No score in the PIHL outdoor game.
Give me a couple angle here. I have a corner here.
Chi to take the face-off for North Allegheny, which will come to the left of Nichols. And this time it's going to be controlled by the Raiders, trying to use their bodies to protect that puck and keep NA from getting anything clean on goal. Barnhart flags it down for North Allegheny. To the corner it comes. North Allegheny still in command of this puck. Here's Nate Spack. Spack had it poke checked away for a brief moment. Now Seneca Valley does take command, and they come back 2-on-2 through center. Here flying toward goal is one of the Raiders. That's Andrew Davis. Davis, the team leader in goals with 8. Second in points with 13. And Davis and his mates will retreat here as North Allegheny tries to play it out of its own end, and it takes an unlucky bounce, but no harm, no foul as Barnhart gets it up to one of his teammates, and that is Brett Baker. Baker puts one of the Raiders into the glass behind Jonathan Nichols as Seneca Valley plays this puck up to center ice. And taking a hard hit there for Seneca Valley is Tyler Garvin, the freshman forward, as North Allegheny counterattacks. Unable to play this puck was Lorenzo Calesi. To the corner it comes. Raiders chasing in their own end as this centering pass is broken up by Seneca Valley. Raiders in the early moments playing very much on their back foot here, trying to get something going, but we remain scoreless in the first period. To center ice it comes for Seneca Valley as it's sent deep by Graham Moreau, the senior forward. One of the Raiders into play at deep. That's Alec Malichki, I beg your pardon. Long outlet pass, no icing. Collinear is going to catch up to it for North Allegheny. He's got 2 black jerseys to beat, though. Finds his legs, can't find the puck. And Seneca Valley will methodically work it out of its own end, but they weren't looking for the puck as they try to do so. A miscommunication there sends it back into the Raiders' zone. Into the near corner, it's pursued by Shane O'Neill, but Seneca Valley's going to get there first. And the Raiders now will skate it up to center, gain the red line, and dump it in. And it comes in on goal. It's loose and gloved by Murphy as one of the Seneca Valley forecheckers goes down hard. And he and Trey Gallo will exchange pleasantries before we face it off to Murphy's left.
Murphy made the glove save, and the forward came in a little late on that play. Went after the glove and got laid into the corner. So, yeah, there was a little bit of reason why Gallo was able to go after him.
Loose puck off the face-off is controlled by Seneca Valley. Out in front it comes. Centering pass went by everybody. Raiders in on the forecheck here as it's poked at by Logan defensively for North Allegheny. Seneca Valley still in control. They play it along the far boards and up to the point, and through a crowd it's wide of Murphy and to the left of the Tigers net. But it's stolen by Seneca Valley. And here right down the middle is a backhander by one of the Raiders. I believe that was Malichki putting it just wide. To neutral ice it comes, where it's sent the other way. And Kozlina was in pursuit for Seneca Valley, but it's going to be an icing call against the Raiders.
Sneaky little opportunity there. Was able to take it to the slot and put a little backhand through all of the issues going on in front and just barely missed. He caught Murphy off, so that was a pretty good play. I got nothing.
You know the song,
dude.
and the Tigers
don't
offensively have been circling like sharks in the early goings here, but they still haven't figured out Jonathan Nichols. Here's a snapshot wide of Murphy, and a rebound comes right to one of the Raiders, but it's poked away in the nick of time by Evan Barnhart. That was a heady play by the junior defender, and Seneca Valley has to reset the play here in its own end.
I don't know if it's easy to see on the video whenever you see it later, but in the corner here on the left side, we're missing one light in the roof. So it's actually going to be a little darker down there. So that might be an opportunity to see it later.
Adam Hoffman retreating defensively, plays this puck beyond the reach of Smelser. It's sent up to center. Jake Komaniak will let it deflect deep into North Allegheny territory. Seneca Valley changing lines as North Allegheny skates out from behind its own net. Connor Chi in flight, keeps his feet behind the Seneca Valley net. Chi surveying the play, pulls up in the left circle, centering pass broken up neatly. There were just too many Raiders in the way there. But North Allegheny is able to put pressure on the puck and keep it deep. Picking it up now is Irvin. Irvin trying to work around referee Gajosh as Cheese one-timer is stopped by Nichols.
Snuck that one in.
That was a nifty pass by Irvin, but a better save by the Seneca Valley sophomore. And here come the Raiders. Here's a shot whistled wide of Murphy, and it rebounds all the way back into Seneca Valley ice. Declan Signarovich, the senior, who scored his first goal of the varsity campaign in that loss to Peters Township, plays this puck, and it's going to be an icing call, I think, against North Allegheny. Correction, offside against the Tigers. And we remain scoreless here in the first period between North Allegheny and Seneca Valley as North Allegheny wins this face-off decisively. Barnhart sending it wide, a little too far for Collinear. Seneca Valley in center ice will flip it into the Tigers zone and play dangerously in front of Murphy by one of the Tigers defensively. That was Washabaugh taking a chance there, but no harm done as Chi comes flying through center. And that's not Chi, that's 77, Shane O'Neill, I beg your pardon, the senior who whistles it wide. And the puck bounces off the glass, and Nichols isn't going to take any chances. He's just going to hold it for a face-off. And Anthony Ranko is going to get some fresh players out there.
Yeah, getting a really good feeling out process here early in this first period. Bigger ice surface, so you really can't take the other team for granted. They haven't seen each other yet this year. So it's, well, yeah, they probably have in some tournaments or, exhibitions, but, the ability to have that is nice.
This is their first proper varsity game of the season to this point against each other, believe it or not, at least in PIHL play. They'll see each other again in Seneca Valley's, if I'm not mistaken, second to last regular season game before the playoffs, assuming the Raiders are good enough to make it. So your point is very well taken. North Allegheny is tilting the ice a little bit, but again, the Tigers don't have anything to show for it yet as this puck is put through the mythical blue paint and wide of the Seneca Valley net. Behind the net it comes now, and the Raiders will break it out. That pass a little too strong for the intended recipient, and the Tigers take it over deep in their own zone. That's Trey Gallo pulling back. Gallo, an excellent 200-foot player, 16 points. That's a lot of points for a defenseman.
I've been told he's probably one of the best defensemen in the state right now. So that should tell you something. He's a junior.
Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. Gallo behind the Raiders' net, overskated that puck. Seneca Valley just trying to clear it. Good pressure here by Evan Kaminsky for North Allegheny. And the Tigers are still working for it with about 7.5 to go in a scoreless first period. Out in front it comes, and the Raiders play it up to center. Kozlina with it. Too many gold jerseys to beat. And North Allegheny tries to get a counterattack going, but that puck just would not cooperate. And retreating defensively now is Jackman. He's going to get to this puck first. And
Holmes ended up with
Raiders ride him off it. Sorry, Brian.
It's all right. Holmes switched him.
And this shot from the point by Alexander Neff never made it through. And here comes North Allegheny. Snapshot in on net, glove down by Nichols, and Nichols will keep the play moving as the Tigers are in the middle of a line change. Steal in neutral ice. Sending this puck deep is Khaleesi. Seneca Valley behind its own goal, putting it out in front and up through center. North Allegheny taking it over. And retreating now is Logan for the Tigers. Logan ducking around a check, far corner, off the glass. It'll come out now between the legs of Baker. And North Allegheny finally settles it down defensively, and they send it up ahead to Wilson. Wilson from the top of the right circle for Baker. Baker's pass knocked away, and the Raiders are just going to send this puck long enough for icing, maybe. And the officials aren't going to give it to him. They said, you stop skating, play on.
You're playing pond hockey out here.
Yep.
Just keep it moving.
No, and I think that's actually the correct call in that instance. So we do play on, and the Raiders have it. And this one might actually be icing.
Nope.
No, but Holmes is going to get there.
It.
He got there before it crossed the goal line. And his outlet pass to Matt Irvin is a little too far, but Irvin did touch it. So, again, play continues here with the Raiders sending it around the near boards. They try to reverse the play now. North Allegheny, 3 men on that puck immediately, and they force a turnover. Chi to Irvin. Irvin's shot wide of everything, and it somehow stays in play. Mensch flags it down, but he can't hang on. And now Barnhart will move laterally to retrieve this puck up ahead for Irvin. Irvin couldn't maneuver it around a Seneca Valley defenseman, and instead he erroneously chips it into the Raider bench. Play stops with 5:03 to go in the first, no score.
Yeah, this is a gigantic ice surface. It's a little bit bigger than an Olympic surface. So they're playing this like they would be playing a pond hockey game. You don't see too many lines, no dots. It's a lot of fun out there, but a lot of confusion if you don't think about it. So the goaltenders are actually playing the puck a lot more than covering.
Kozlina's snapshot right into the logo, and Murphy will hold on. And both these teams know how to fill the net. They're
Yes,
both
they
top
do.
5 in goals scored in Class AAA. North Allegheny, 60 goals as a team. That's the second most. Seneca Valley, 44. That's the fourth most. And ordinarily, you would think that a bigger ice surface benefits the teams that lean on skill more. But when you put that bigger ice outdoors, one never knows. As we get another whistle here.
Neither of these teams really have a lot of top-end speed. So that's where you get it on the bigger surface. And the skill and the ability to have your regulate your regiments and everything, yeah, that's going to work for you, but you have more room to have to do that.
Jackson Reed unable to flag down this puck as North Allegheny comes back the other way. Good poke check there by the Raiders, and they might have a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Here comes Reed. Reed around a man. Reed driving the net, but great stick-to-itiveness there by Travis Lamarck, the freshman, making the defensive play to shut down Seneca Valley's top goal getter. Raiders still have it. It's loose on the doorstep. Good save there by Murphy, hugging the left post. Rylan Murphy refusing to allow a cheapie there late in the first period.
Oh.
And North Allegheny almost getting caught in the bad change, and now one of the Tigers went down in the middle of the line change.
That's Nolan Kalinier.
It is, and we are going to get a stoppage in play here. And immediately Kalinier gets back up, but he tosses his stick toward the bench in disgust. I don't know what he did to himself, but he is visibly upset with whatever it is.
He got hit into the boards. I saw the hit as he came across.
Okay.
Somebody got him high, and he went in head first. He's not happy about it, and I think that's why they're questioning what's going on. Why is there no call?
And the Tigers, in that case, definitely
there is a
have
call.
Oh, they have a legitimate beef, and they won that beef. The North Allegheny Tigers will get the first power play of the game, and it will come with just over 4 minutes to play in a scoreless first period. So we got the #1 power play in Class AAA against the #2 penalty kill in Class AAA. Something's got to give.
That's what you were saying about the scoring for Seneca Valley. They're a defensive team first in many years of their history, and that surprised me a little bit. But I could see that with this team. I've seen them a couple times live. I do see that, but they're going to show their defensive prowess here. They're really good. Now there's a lot of ice to cover, and you got some really good point shooters from this North Allegheny team, so they're going to be tough.
And Connor Chi is on to begin the power play for the Tigers, who are trying to break the ice on a chilly night here in western Pennsylvania under the lights of North Park Ice Rink. Gorgeous night. Cold night, but a gorgeous night nevertheless.
While we're waiting, just
for
to let
this
you
event.
know. Sorry. Just to let you know, this game will be video broadcast in 2 days on BurghHockey.com and our YouTube page. We're trying to bring you the audio only here. Of course, it's a little questionable with their cell phone surface, so. And I am frozen.
Did we mention that?
It's cold.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I am slurring my speech. I swear, guys. I am.
If you listen closely
I
enough.
didn't have any libations.
some last-minute instructions here for the Seneca Valley bench as the officials are trying to get the penalties straightened out. And both coaches now are getting an explanation before we drop the puck in Seneca Valley territory. Fans are starting to get a little bit restless, and again, with the temperature being what it is, can't say we blame them.
I'm about to yell at them.
And now we will drop the puck, and the Tigers control the puck to begin the power play. It comes to Irvin. Irvin from the off wing, over the glove hand of Nichols and wide. Connor Chi has the rebound, and he has space along the half wall. To the point it comes. Now back to Connor Chi. Chi waits for a man to go down, now goes behind the net. Back to the top of the left circle for Chi. Chi surveys the play, goes center point to Gallo. Gallo's shot goes wide of everything, rebound at the side of the net. It is fought for by Nate Spack. Spack pinning his man against the boards, trying to knock this puck loose, and the Tigers do have it. It comes to Irvin. Irvin side of the net for Chi. Chi shot, save made! Oh, Nichols got over in time. He read that play like a grocery store novel. Great save by the sophomore. North Allegheny still on the power play. This shot never made it through a crowd. Connor Chi still has it for Irvin. Irvin spinning around in the right circle. Now he's poke checked. Seneca Valley being very aggressive here on the penalty kill, but North Allegheny still has the puck. Here's Gallo through a screen and a crowd. That shot deflected wide. Seneca Valley really holding on here and trying to stand its ground in a scoreless first period. Shot saved by Nichols, and the Tigers again have the rebound. Chi from the half boards, left wing side for Gallo. Gallo surveys, right side to Irvin. Irvin through a crowd, save made, rebound. It's loose. Tigers have it behind the net, and they'll try to wrap it around. Here's a shot saved again by Nichols, and now put off the side of the net by Spack. Spack for Irvin, who blew a tire, and that could be a break for Seneca Valley as they try to clear it, and they will. Gallo retreating. North Allegheny operating with hair-on-fire urgency, though, on this power play as Gallo comes right back. Gallo centers it for Chi. Chi has room, shoots, blocked! And I did not see quite who blocked that shot for Seneca Valley, but it was a gutsy play toward the end of the PK as we are in the late moments of the first period, and she has it again for North Allegheny. For Irvin, out in front, one-timer blocked, never made it through. Chi fighting for this puck. To Irvin, or to one of the Tigers that comes, that's not Irvin, that's Boutenall. Now Irvin has it and puts it just wide of the Seneca Valley net. Boutenall with it for Irvin. Minute and a half to go in the first period. Seneca Valley with a great PK here as North Allegheny is throwing everything it has at the Raiders' defense. And finally, Seneca Valley able to get control of the puck, and they'll play it up to center. Jackson Reed unable to hang on to it, though, and North Allegheny gets it deep again as it takes a funny bounce right back to Nichols, and it's going to be stolen by the Tigers. That's Boutenall. Boutenall centers for Jackman, but he failed on the shot. Jackman now spinning around in the far corner. Sets it up to the point. Now cross ice for Gallo. Centered, and the one-timer was fanned on by Boutenall. Now the ice conditions becoming a factor as we've seen two of the Tigers just lose their edge in the offensive zone. Gallo for Jackman. Jackman shrugs off a check there. To the point it comes for Gallo. Gallo, nifty little maneuver there. He shoots, blockered away by Nichols. I don't know how he saw that one. Now the Raiders have it, and they clear it. And it'll be icing against Seneca Valley with just about half a minute to play.
That was a good power play for the Tigers. Got a lot of movement, got a couple shots that I thought they were going to take from Gallo, but were unable to capitalize. So good kill for the Seneca Valley Raiders.
And North Allegheny 3 for 4 on the power play in its last game, that win over Mount Lebanon. So you don't want to give them many opportunities if you want to have any hope of winning this game. O'Neal misplayed that puck, and here comes Seneca Valley the other way. This partial shot blocked. Out in front it comes, but nobody home. And North Allegheny will get maybe one more chance before the end of the period as
Oh.
bodies collide at the red line, the makeshift red line, as it were. But nothing further as the period ends scoreless between the North Allegheny Tigers and Seneca Valley Raiders. With Brian Mitchell, I'm Matt Popchock, and you're watching the PIHL outdoor game on Burgh Hockey Live on Pittsburgh Hockey Digest. Back here at North Park Ice Rink in Wexford, Pennsylvania, where we had lots of shots in the first period, especially coming from black and gold clad players, but no goals. As the Seneca Valley Raiders have held their own here as the designated visiting team, so to speak, in the PIHL outdoor game as second period play is underway. The teams switch sides, and the Tigers defending the goal off to our right. Send it around the boards near side, and it'll be taken by Patrick Boutinol. As one of the Raiders goes down at center ice, that's Schmeckler, or Smelser, I beg your pardon. Snapshot, a low one from the right circle, taken by Boutinol, is gloved down by Nichols, and he'll hold for a faceoff. Two very gifted, capable teams, two recent PIHL champions as well. Seneca Valley won its first Penguins Cup ever in 2018, unseating defending champion Peters Township, who we'll see in action tomorrow. North Allegheny winning the Penguins Cup in 2019 and again in 2021. Raiders retreat. A Raiders attack, I beg your pardon. And they play it near side. Here's Kozlina. Ridden into the corner boards by Gallo, but he protects that puck for Jackson Reed. Reed's pass a little too far for Kozlina, and then he's going to be able to escort this out of its own zone and up through center. Spack with it, centers it, but the Tigers are offside. Well, both coaches had a chance to talk to their teams at least briefly during that respite. I wonder, Brian, if they talked about simplicity, I should say, all things considered here tonight.
You know what? You do want to keep it simple here. So it is definitely something they probably wanted to talk about, especially with a wider rink. So you're not going to make the passes you normally were going to be able to make. You have to be able to hold the puck a little bit longer and make those one-on-one moves. It's going to be tough to be able to get your opportunities, but if you get them, you'll be in good shape.
The Raiders looking for a few more in the second period. Again, North Allegheny, especially on that late power play, really tilting the ice. But Jonathan Nichols, the sophomore netminder, holding his own. The Raiders as a team defensively holding their own. And you said it, Brian, they're a team that usually defends exceptionally well. And before the break, even though they lost that game to Peters Township, they got a really good look at a team, another team that knows how to fill the net, the Peters Township Indians, and they acquitted themselves well in that game. They were in that game until the very, very last couple of minutes.
Yes, they were.
And so we get a stoppage here and a face-off coming up outside Seneca Valley ice in front of the North Allegheny bench. Tigers win it. And losing the puck at the last possible second was Kalinier, who appears to be no worse for the wear after that injurious first period hit he took that resulted in North Allegheny's lone power play. Raiders apply pressure to the puck and they send it toward the goal. And the Tigers have to be careful here as Kyle Holmes took a bit of a bump. But the Tigers maintain possession. Kalinier centers it for O'Neill. Now back to Kalinier. His shot through the glove and wide. Nichols, I'm not sure if he got a piece of that one or not, but it was that close to being a 1-0 lead for the Tigers. Raiders up through center. Aiden Waters sends it deep and just wide. Did not miss that NA goal by much. Now near side it comes to Kalinier. Kalinier up ahead now. Left wing for O'Neill. O'Neill ridden off the puck neatly by the Raiders defense as it's Murphy dumped into North Allegheny territory, and in pursuit is Andrew Davis. Davis, the hard-charging forward. Spins around, puts on the brakes. Centering pass on the backhand is broken up by the Tigers, and they have some open ice to work with the other way if they can hurry. They've got an open man, that's Kalinier, but they couldn't get him the puck as he was flying down the left wing circle. Seneca Valley off a North Allegheny stick, getting the puck deep. 13:30 to go to the ice cut here at North Park Ice Rink. Still no score. Jackman for North Allegheny. Up ahead for Kaminsky. Kaminsky poked off the puck neatly by the Raiders defense. Around the boards it comes, kept in by Gallo. Right point. Down low for Jackman. Jackman centers. Snapshot wide of the net. Tigers going to get to the rebound first. That's Kaminsky resetting. And now we get a whistle and a stoppage in play as Lamarck slashes one of the Raiders in anger. That's Davis.
Davis took a shot after the whistle, and Lamarck got him back.
And Lamarck with a little chirp there.
No blood, they're not going to get either of them. They're just going to let them even himself out.
They're going to say this puck came outside the Seneca Valley zone and that NA was guilty of offside is what I surmise. So,
sure. The Phantom Blue line.
Trago will drop it in the Phantom dot. And Seneca Valley wins it. Here's Kozlina escorted off the puck. Good hard defensive play there by Spack, but a turnover to the Raiders. Reed with it. Couldn't do anything with that puck, and the Tigers get it back to center. Here's a snapshot in on goal taken by Irvin. That's denied by Nichols. Irvin with the nifty maneuver there. Backhand try through the goal crease and misses the net. Seneca Valley counterattacking. Here's Reed on the off wing. Puts it wide of the Tigers' goal. North Allegheny calmly playing this puck out from behind its own net. And the Tigers have some space here as Gallo penetrates. Cross ice pass too far for Chi, but Chi's going to flag it down. Tries to get it to the point, and does. Now back to Connor Chi. Chi centers it. Snapshot goes wide, and the rebound is controlled by Seneca Valley. Kozlina over the blue line and into the corner. Jackson Reed plays it off the glass. Now it's gloved down by Gallo. Gallo near side for Irvin. Irvin up through center. Poked at by one of the Raiders. Good job of cutting out that pass by the Raiders on the back check. And Seneca Valley tries to get a breakout going here as misplaying that puck at center ice was Davis. But here comes Seneca Valley. Here's a shot stopped. And Rylan Murphy did not know where that puck was. And fortunately, he discovered it before it skittered across the line. So we remain scoreless here with 11:11 to go in period 2. Seneca Valley on the attack, and here's a low snapshot gloved neatly by Murphy as one of the Raiders is dumped on his wallet. Nothing called though. And so they'll face it off in North Allegheny ice as we play on here under the lights and under the stars. Don't see many stars though, I gotta say. It's a cloudy night here in Allegheny County. Reed on to take the face-off for Seneca Valley. And he's going to do so against Connor Chi. And Reed wins this one for the Raiders. To the point it comes. Shot into the glove, wide of the glove actually, by Hoffman. Goes to the far corner. And Seneca Valley is actually on the power play. We didn't see what the penalty was. We apologize, but the Raiders have their first power play opportunity of the evening. They are 23.7% on the year. That is third best in Class AAA. North Allegheny third best on the penalty kill, in contrast. They are 86.2% on the success rate, and they clear the puck this time with 10:20 to go in period 2. And the Raiders will move it through center on the man advantage. No score, second period. Snapshot goes wide of everything, and one of the Raiders was trying to bat the rebound out of midair a la Sidney Crosby, but nothing doing. Kozlina behind the net, out in front, and the shot is faked, and the shot is put wide. Hoffman waiting for it at the point, but that puck went right past his legs and all the way back into Raiders territory.
Shane O'Neill for roughing.
Tigers get it up, but not out. And here's some open ice for Hoffman, who puts it off the leg. A great kick save there by Murphy, and the rebound bounces behind the North Allegheny net. To Hoffman it comes again, and that deflected off a man and right in on goal. A lucky bounce there for the Tigers, as Gallo's going to be able to skate it through center. Gallo shorthanded. Going to just pin this puck against the boards and eat up some of the penalty clock as the Tigers look to hang on and get back to equal strength here. And Gallo, with that defensive prowess, doing yeoman's work here as the Tigers do kill off this penalty. Both teams 1 for 1 on the PK now, as Connor Chi has this puck deep in the corner for North Allegheny. To the point it comes, but outside the zone and offside is North Allegheny.
It's going to be interesting to see how long it takes either team to figure out that they're going to have to stretch out the play here. I think they're trying to wear each other down to somebody have the opportunity. Hasn't happened yet, but you're going to start seeing a couple forwards sneak towards the back of the defense and see what they can get. So we're going to find out here soon.
And we've neared the midway point of this hockey game, and it is still a scoreless hockey game as the Tigers steal. They have it on the doorstep. Here's a maneuver put just wide by Spack. Oh, he had Nichols down and out, but he couldn't finish.
Just missed on the backhand.
Spack still with it now for the Tigers. Connor Chi now takes the puck over, and he resets to the point. And getting it deep for North Allegheny is Logan. Tigers can't find this puck, though, and it's flipped up through center and long enough for icing if Logan can win the foot race, and he does. So the Tigers at least earn another offensive zone face-off here.
It's a dangerous situation, the air temperature being as cold, and when you get tired, it starts to affect you a little bit more. And you're going to start seeing the players get cold and tired, and you're going to see some opportunities open from that. But the players with the opportunities have to have the energy, so it's going to be interesting.
Seneca Valley wins the draw in its own zone, and McKee gets it out to center, where it's played by Wilson, Ryder Wilson of North Allegheny, to the far boards. Up through center it comes, and icing is the indication against the Tigers.
Yeah.
Oh, we have lots to talk about.
How about the
during
chicken
ice
dance?
The chicken
How about
dance,
the chicken
among other
dance,
things.
Dave Fryer. They're sitting with Dave Fryer here. He's doing the music.
I would say
Oh.
it reminds me of my own wedding, but then he'd have to play the cha-cha slide.
Don't tempt him.
But I stray.
Why would you say that? Don't tease him
I
like
shouldn't
that.
have given him. I shouldn't have put it in his head.
All
Once
right.
he entertained the thought, you've already kind of activated the launch sequence.
Yep.
Oh well. Tigers with it in the Seneca Valley zone. Behind the net, O'Neal operates to center point through a crowd and just wide of the Raiders' goal. The Tigers applying all kinds of pressure throughout the contest, but still just can't get that last bounce. Barnhart from the right point. Gets it deep, but wide of everyone and everything, and the Raiders are going to ice this puck, it looks like. Yes, they will.
Look at the pile.
Thank you,
Told
Dave.
you. I told you don't do that. Don't say that. Why would you do that? Anyway, look at the pile of snow in front of the benches. Look how much is built up since warm-ups. That's insanity.
It
They're going
is
to welcome the ice cut here.
hockey like Mother used to make on the backyard ponds and frozen bodies of water. And there is, I think, Brian, there is a certain romance to playing outdoor games at night under the lights, unlike a lot of the NHL outdoor games, which the majority of which have been played during the daytime. Of course, last night you had St. Louis and Minnesota in this year's Winter Classic, which was more the anomaly. But just a gorgeous setting here as this puck is backhanded into the body of Nichols. North Allegheny on the attack here in the second period, trying to break a scoreless tie as Lanemark puts it off a Seneca Valley leg to the left of the Raider netminder. Raiders trying to clear their own zone, and they will as they get it back to center. And Kozlina builds speed over the North Allegheny blue line, but he's unable to split the Tiger defense. As cleaning up this little mess is Boutinal. But he turns it over. And Seneca Valley puts it in off the body of Murphy from an angle. Raiders trying the backdoor play, but not to be. And the Tigers come back 4 men strong. Over the line is Lamark. Lamark trying to create space, and he puts it into the glove of Nichols, who hangs on.
Starting to open up a little bit. Wondering when it was going to happen. Both teams are giving a little bit more now to see if they can get the opportunity going the other way. And you're going to start to see the shots pile it up. The goaltenders are going to get up. There was a shot down here, the one that you went off the body of Murphy. It was actually tipped in front. It was a nice little tip to put it down.
Tigers win the faceoff. Connor Chi looking to build on his Class AAA leading point total of 23. Had that puck, and now he has it again. Chi keeps his feet, shoots just wide. Oh, Chi nearly did it all to put the Tigers ahead. Just couldn't find the net. He's pinned in the corner. Now shrugs off a check, shrugs off another, and he's going to get some puck support here deep from Nate Spack on the forecheck, but Seneca Valley wins that 50-50 battle, and the Tigers have to tag up and reset. And that'll allow Nichols to play the puck behind his own goal with 5 minutes to go till the ice cut here at North Park. Nichols swipes this one aside, but he turns the puck over, and we got a penalty coming up here, and it's going to go against the Raiders. One of the Tigers tripped right behind Jonathan Nichols, and this will be North Allegheny's second power play of the night.
Is this Rogalski? Yep, Rogalski.
Zachary Rogalski, the senior blue liner, will feel shame for 2 minutes and then get free. And so the Tigers, with that lethal power play, have another opportunity here. They moved that puck and possessed the puck beautifully on their first chance late in the first period, but Nichols and the Raiders held their own. Can they do it a second time? We'll see. Gallo off the face-off win by NA to Chi. Chi along the half boards. Chi is harassed immediately by the Raiders, and great defensive work there by Seneca Valley's
of the second period.
Jonathan Leishman, I believe. And he takes some time off the penalty clock before the Tigers win the puck back. And here's Chi again. Pulls around to his forehand, centers it for Gallo. Gallo, right wing pass. One-timer put just wide, and the rebound comes right to Connor Chi. Chi ridden hard into the boards, but he stays right with his puck, and now he's taken down hard in the corner. And North Allegheny unable to get there in time for puck support as the Raiders clear. And Gallo trying to get those legs churning on this somewhat slushy ice now. And you said it, the players moving a little bit slower in this late stage in the period, and the Raiders might have a chance shorthanded, but that pass was errant as North Allegheny tries to settle things down here on the man advantage. Under 4 to go in the period. With it now, Barnhart. Barnhart makes a move. Barnhart toward the net. Barnhart shoots, puts it just
missed.
wide.
Net's off.
Thus the stoppage in play, and boy, the Tigers that close again to the game's first goal.
So whenever you watch a Slater, but for those listening at home, we actually have a little added officiating here tonight. They brought the linesmen in so that we were able to have 4 officials on the ice because the fact that we don't have any lines. So there are multiple officials seeing more what's going on.
Second power play unit on for Mike Bagnotto now. O'Neill for Holmes. Holmes was open. They're not going to go to him, though. The Raiders fighting for this puck, unable to clear it. Collinear gets there. To the corner it comes for Tyler Gallo. Gallo with a little bit of space now. Looking for Holmes. Holmes is one-timer. Deflected just wide. And the rebound comes right back to Gallo, who just gets this puck deep for Jackman. Jackman knocked down. And the Raiders are not quite able to clear. Great keep by N.A. Gallo in the waning moments of the power play. Backhander, saving, rebound right out in front. How did Nichols stop that one? Gallo creating space, pulls it to the forehand. Gallo shoots, saved again, rebound. Nichols keeps it out of there. Oh, Nichols absolutely standing on his head as the Raiders are back to even strength.
What a sequence. What a sequence for both teams. Starting to open up now.
And now the North Allegheny net is off its moorings as the Raiders nearly converted off the turnover deep in North Allegheny territory. And what a lucky break that was for the Tigers.
It's about 2:44 remaining here in the second period. We'll have an ice cut. We'll probably do an intermission report. I'm not sure about that. I want to go inside and warm up.
As do I, Brian, as do I.
We'll do a quick one when we come back out.
Yes, we will. We do have a couple things to just kind of talk about. Some of the history of the event here and what's coming up on Pittsburgh Hockey Digest.
Yep. We'll talk about that. Yeah.
Face-off coming up to the left of Rylan Murphy, the junior, who hasn't been that busy tonight, but he's been ready when needed for the North Allegheny Tigers. Longwell going D to D here as Seneca Valley has this puck, and this long lead pass intended for Reed is a little too far, but Reed's going to not give up on the play, and he's going to go after that puck, falls down, and gets some help here. As the Raiders have it, it's pushed to the boards defensively by North Allegheny and wide of the North Allegheny goal to the opposite corner now. Logan trying to play it for the Tigers. Logan bumped off the puck by Reed. This 50-50 battle is going to be won by N.A. as it comes free to Butenal. Butenal, long pass intended for Kaminsky, is going to be icing.
2 even left.
And you wouldn't know it by looking at the scoreboard, but it's been a fun game to watch.
Oh, it's been a great one to watch. If you're listening now, you're going to be able to rewatch it on Wednesday at 4:30. We're going to have it live on our YouTube page. Whew.
And you're going to want to see what we are seeing right now. These are some pretty sights out here, and the first time in a while that we've been able to see those sights as duly deputized representatives of the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League. Great to see the league getting involved in outdoor hockey and putting on these events once again. As Matt Irvin sends it to the side of the net, where Jonathan Nichols will freeze it. And freeze it is a word that I am careful to use on a night like this.
Yeah. Whew.
Face-off coming up to Nichols' right. And the Tigers win it to Laymark. Shot pass deflected, but it just kind of died at the feet of Matt Irvin. And Seneca Valley comes through the red line and into North Allegheny territory, trying to get something going late in the second period. Tigers in the far corner. Gallo trying to poke at this puck, and he works it loose to Nate Spack. Near side it comes to Irvin. Irvin unable to handle the bouncing disc. He chases it to the corner. Now behind the net it comes free to Davis. Davis for Seneca Valley. Poke check neatly by Spack. Spack trying to get around a man. Spack trying to do it all himself, but he's ridden out of the play and dispossessed as Kozlina comes back the other way for Seneca Valley. Kozlina being monitored closely by Gallo as he centers it for Reed. Reed's shot, I'm not sure if that got a piece of one of the Tigers or if it got a piece of Murphy, but in any event, it goes to the corner. And now back to center ice where the Raiders will get there first. Long outlet pass now. Seneca Valley with 3 men across the blue line as this puck comes near corner. 23 seconds left in the first period.
Second period.
Second period, I beg your pardon. Good catch, Brian. And it's sent to the corner.
We need that ice cut.
Yes, we do. We all do. Last rush here for the Tigers. Maybe if Gallo can hurry. Gallo's got to shoot it. And it's sticked aside by Nichols. Rebound, score!
Wait, let it go. That's got it. It's good.
It is a good goal. Trey Gallo, the defenseman, plays beat the clock. And the North Allegheny Tigers will go into intermission with a 1-0 lead. Officials are conferring.
We'll see.
But I believe this goal will stand. It crossed the line before we heard the buzzer. Just a heady play by Gallo as he cranked it. Nichols made the save, but he didn't control the rebound.
Hold on, they're sending the teams back to the benches. If it's a goal, they have to drop the puck.
It's a goal. Dave Fryer, the
goal.
commissioner, is
it's
saying.
It's a goal. It's a goal. They have to drop the puck. So,
yes,
yeah, that's the reason why everybody started coming off.
Tyler Gallo with his 10th goal of the season.
Wait, what are they? Yep, they got to put everybody back on the bench. They have to drop the puck. They called it a goal on the ice. There was no question.
As a famous hockey broadcaster once said, oh, what chaos.
Yep.
But we like chaos. We like a little controlled chaos here in the outdoor game.
A North Allegheny goal. His 10th of the season, scored by number 4, Trey Gallo.
Now, it's interesting to say.
Assisted by number 2, Travis Lamar. Time of the Tigers' goal.
Trey Gallo set up by Travis Lamarck.
Gallo.
The freshman defenseman sets up the junior D-man. And how ironic that the first offense of the night comes from defense.
So the reason why there was not much argument, the referee that made the goal call also had a good look at this time, which was down in the far corner. So he was able to see it, and he saw a little bit of time left when the puck crossed. So that's where we were.
Jackson Reed smacks the puck in somewhat disgust, and those late period goals can be a killer, but if you're the team that scores them, they can be humongous. Let's just see how both these teams react. Should be a very interesting third period. A great hustle play by one of the best hustle players at his position in the league. Trey Gallo, the junior defenseman, scoring just before time ran out in the second period, his 10th of the campaign. And the North Allegheny Tigers lead the Seneca Valley Raiders by a score of 1-0 as we cut the ice here at North Park Ice Rink in Wexford, PA. With Brian Mitchell, I'm Matt Popchock. It's time to warm up as you are watching the PIHL outdoor game here on Burgh Hockey Live, Pittsburgh Hockey Digest.
All right.
All right, we are back here in Wexford at North Park Ice Rink, where the North Allegheny Tigers lead the Seneca Valley Raiders 1-0 on a buzzer-beating goal at the end of the second period by Trey Gallo, his 10th of the season, following up his own rebound off a backhander that was stopped initially by Jonathan Nichols. Gallo getting it in just ahead of that final buzzer, and the goal counted, and North Allegheny 17 minutes away from win number 6 consecutively here in PIHL varsity play. And, well, we know Dave Fryer is a fan of the cha-cha slide. I wonder if he's a fan of David Byrne, because you might ask yourself, Brian Mitchell, how did we get here? Well, we'll start by shuffling off to Buffalo, because that was the site of the first NHL Winter Classic between the Sabres and your Pittsburgh Penguins. And in 2008, Bethel Park head coach Jim McVeigh chartered a bus for his team, the Blackhawks, to go up to Buffalo and watch the Winter Classic. And when they were up there taking in the game, he got inspired. And he got together with the Mount Lebanon Hockey Association, Bethel Park's big rival in PIHL hockey, and they decided to stage the inaugural outdoor game in the PIHL in February of 2008. And they raised money at the time for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, which is a cause near and dear to Jim McVeigh's heart. And from there, it just kind of exploded. The PIHL did as many of 5 of these things in 1 year at one point, but this is the first time under this leadership that we've had one of these outdoor games. And NA has participated in one at North Park Ice Rink before. They defeated the Pine Richland Rams about a decade ago. But it is great to see hockey back at its roots, and the PIHL kind of go back into its roots a little bit, because there's no better place to go.
I got here at 3 o'clock, and I'm going to tell you, whenever you watch the JV games, just look at the scenery whenever behind there. And I was talking to Mike Pagnato before the game, after the JV game, and I'm showing him the replay of the recording, and his answer was, wow, I wish we would have played first. So, because we have that backdrop while we're at it. But listen, at night, some of the trees popping out. You can't see the lakes in this one, but definitely a beautiful, beautiful set of scenery here. And North Park really upgraded very well for what they were doing. And I'm excited for the future if they do it.
As am I, Brian, as am I. And speaking of the future, I don't want to totally steal your thunder or your time here, but I know that you had something that you wanted to say while we wait for the third period to begin.
Yeah, this one's a rough one for everybody. Making a joke about wanting to wait for the future. I have a tough announcement that I have to make. It wasn't an easy one that I was going to do. But the end of the 2021-2022 season will be my last. I will not be continuing after this year. It's a personal decision. I've got a couple, professional things going on. But I'm doubling down on my announcement back in August, and I got to make it official. This is it for me after this year. I want to thank everybody with the PIHL, everybody that was involved with everything, and I couldn't think of a better night and a better place to make that announcement. And as I say that, the stars are starting to come out. But no, it was a tough call, but I feel at the end of the day, it's something I have to do for myself, and 7 years is a long time for anything, let alone something you've been doing for free. And I'm excited for the fact and excited for the future, and I'm going to cherish the memories that I have here. But we still got a lot of hockey to play. I'm going all the way through states. If nationals happen, who knows what happened with those. But that's it for me. I love you all, and at this point, I couldn't think of a better night to be able to announce it, and I'm not trying to take the thunder off of these guys, but from a broadcasting standpoint, a journalist standpoint, all this other stuff, it's time, and I thank everybody, and that's all I can say. Thank you.
And thank you for making me a part of your world time and again. in person and remotely for
Yeah.
quite some time. Our paths crossed several years ago, and it's been a fun ride ever since.
Yes, it has. But we got another period in this one, so
We've got lots more memories to make.
Yeah, got a happy. And the fun thing is, never say never. I change my mind often, but this is something that I started to think about a couple years ago, and who knows where it's going to be. So let's get these 17 minutes out of the way. Maybe more.
Maybe. Maybe. It's a one-goal game, and the Seneca Valley Raiders in that second period started to untilt the ice a little bit until that late push by North Allegheny resulted in the game's first goal. So the Raiders, this is one of those teams that, as I said, they're never really out of any game with their great defensive structure and their patience and their discipline. But you got to credit the Tigers for the way they just kept chopping wood when the darn puck just wouldn't go in, and they have a lead to protect as the third period is underway. Gallo's outlet pass for Matt Irvin deflects in between the circles in Seneca Valley territory, where it's played near side by Kozlina in behind the Tiger goal. And Davis bumps Lamarck, who had the assist on Trey Gallo's goal into the boards, and here's a break the other way for Irvin. Irvin for Chi to the net, couldn't get a clean shot off. A last-second poke check by I do not know whom, but the Raiders really dodging a bullet there early in the third period.
If anybody's wondering at home, the Raiders are wearing their blackout jerseys here, so it's a tough call to see.
You do the math, folks.
Ooh.
And Kozlina finds metal, but not mesh. Again, Seneca Valley has had its chances, and not for nothing, the game remains 1-0 for the time being. One of the Raiders losing an edge, that is Dolan. And that'll allow Spack to play this puck the other direction for North Allegheny for Connor Chi. Chi over the line, onside, left circle, cross ice intended for Gallo, the difference maker. And Gallo will get it deep on his backhand here. Into the corner it goes for Collinear. Collinear behind the net, where it's settled down up to Chi for Gallo. Gallo fakes, back to Chi. Chi trying to go cross ice. He can, and the Raiders have an odd man rush. Coming the other way. And putting this puck off the blade of Murphy is Jonathan Leishman, I beg your pardon. And a one-timer by Leishman goes just wide. Seneca Valley with two grade A chances there, but unable to finish. Back the other way. And with it now for Seneca Valley, it's put back to center, as the Raiders are going to change lines here. That was Patrick Dolan trying to pull the trigger in between the circles. Washabog gets it deep for North Allegheny with about 2:15 gone by in this third period. The Tigers lead 1-0 on a goal just before time expired in the second by Tyler Gallo, and a steal and a poke and a shot put just wide by Shane O'Neill. That was Collinear making stuff happen on the doorstep. And now this wraparound try is knocked aside by one of the Raiders' defense, but we got a penalty coming up as one of the Tigers was knocked down, and I think this is going to be NA's third power play chance of the night. They're 0 for 2 thus far. If my eyes do not deceive me, this is going against the Raiders with 14:29 to go, excuse me. Collinear with nice hustle drawing that call. Interference is the indication.
Rogalski.
So Rogalski sent off for the second time tonight. And North Allegheny with a chance to break the game open here, and 2 goals certainly wouldn't be an insurmountable deficit for the Seneca Valley team, but just the reading the complexion of this game, the Tigers can make that 2-goal lead seem like a mountain.
They got a Tiger in the bench. In the box.
Oh, interesting. So they're both going to go. And
so they're going to 5-on-5.
I think Mike Bagnotto is as confused as I am at this point, because I didn't see the second penalty. I saw the door to the Seneca Valley penalty box open and Rogalski make his way toward it. but that was a very late penalty called against the Tigers on the same play. It's going to be coincidental minors, whatever the case may be, so we'll remain 5-on-5 actually. It will not be a North Allegheny power play, so the Raiders maybe catch a bit of a break there as we play on in third period action. To the point it comes, kept alive by Seneca Valley and put just wide of Murphy.
The Seneca Valley penalty to number 84, Zachary Rogalski.
Davis on the half boards for Kozlina.
The North Allegheny penalty to number 32, Luke Washabaugh. A 2-minute minor for unsportsmanlike conduct. Time of the collision.
Luke Washabaugh with an unsportsmanlike conduct, and Rogalski gets an interference.
And that is something that will not get Washabaugh in good graces with his coach, or any coach for that matter.
Nope.
I mean, you got a chance to get your team in a power play in the one-goal game. You got to take a number. You got to just skate away. And not a great penalty there for the Tigers to take. And again, Seneca Valley catches a big break there as we skate at even strength. And Signarovich unable to keep this puck in the North Allegheny zone as the Raiders will slap it around the boards, but they'll slap it right to Lorenzo Calese. In behind the net. Seneca Valley fights for the puck, and it'll be sent back to the far boards now. Calese in pursuit, tries to run a Seneca Valley player into the boards, but gets the worst of that one, and the Raiders skate through center now as over the line comes Malichki. Malichki's shot just wide of the blocker hand of Rylan Murphy. Tigers in the far corner defensively playing this puck. Raiders trying to get their forecheck going here, down 1-0. And North Allegheny works it loose. Ryder Wilson playing it along the boards. Back into the corner it goes, now loose in front of Murphy. It'll be picked up there safely by Mensch, but Mensch gave it away. And the Raiders come in offside as good hustle there by Tyler Garvin, the freshman, but just couldn't keep it inside the blue line.
I'm pretty sure that had about 4 or 5 feet outside the blue line, so it was tough to keep in. But the players were still down in the corners, and there was a mess all over the place. And we still don't have lines on the ice, so, it is what it is.
And the Tigers win this draw, up ahead to Chi. To the corner it comes, and in behind the net for Connor Chi. Up to the point now for Logan. Into the corner for Irvin. Irvin had it poke checked away neatly by Garvin, and Garvin's outlet pass a little too strong as the Tigers counterattack. Here's Chi. Good pass there by Spack. Chi out in front, intended for Spack, but it was broken up by Seneca Valley. Logan retreats to play the puck, and the Tigers will go D to D. Long lead pass now for Irvin, intended for Connor Chi, but broken up by one of the Raiders again.
Oh, 4-on. They almost had a chance for a 4-on-2.
Murphy instead will cover as one of the Tigers rides one of the Seneca Valley Raiders into his own goaltender, and now players pushing and shoving after the fact. Face-off coming up to Murphy's right, I believe.
Yes, it will.
And as you said, Brian, you'll be able to watch this game on our YouTube channel Wednesday afternoon.
Yep, we're going for a 4:30 launch for that one.
And tomorrow on BurghHockeyLive and Peters Hockey TV, courtesy of 10 Band Productions, you'll be able to watch another big rivalry, a South Hills rivalry this time, the fabled Miners Cup between the Peters Township Indians and Cannon McMillan Big Macs. And I'll have the call of that one from Princecape Arena.
I've also got an
check that one
interesting
out.
detail for you. We did talk with another school. We will be debuting their broadcasts on our service. It will be Penn Trafford TV joining us now. They'll have Hempfield Penn Trafford from Kirk Nevin Arena on Thursday. Also on BurghHockey.com.
Oh, now you got 3 rivalries. You got the North, the South, and the East covered.
We're covered.
Absolutely.
We'll be
Lots to
getting the
talk
rest
about.
of their games the rest of the way.
So, PIHL action, fast and furious, coming at you early in 2022. As this shot is just over the head of Murphy. Kozlina just barely missed on that attempt from distance, and the Tigers are trying to flip it out of their own zone, and they will get it back to center. As this lead pass, a bouncing puck intended for Kalinier, he'll let it go to the boards and try to get fancy with it, playing it around a man, but Seneca Valley picks it clean. And the Raiders will survey the play and send it long, a little too long as it's cut off by Laymark. Jackson Reed with a steal near corner, but can't hang on. Laymark now building momentum through center ice. Laymark trying to shrug off a check. He can as he's hauled down. Play continues. Tigers still have it. Backhander wide of the glove hand of Jonathan Nichols. Behind the net it comes. Tigers maintain possession from the far corner. It comes to the point now for Gallo. Gallo misses everything. Laymark poking at it, and the Raiders will be able to clear. And here with some hop is Garvin. Garvin rides his man off the puck, and Garvin tries to center it for one of the Raiders, but it's broken up neatly by North Allegheny, which tries to get his transition game going quickly. Here's Gallo again on his backhand. Puts it off the stick of Nichols, who cut down the angle.
He is something else out there. He's just something else.
He is. He absolutely flies, and it was his speed and his hustle that has North Allegheny in front at this point. Murphy will freeze as he slides to his left to cover. Just over 9 minutes to go in a 1-0 game that favors NA.
This should be a fun one as we go down because the teams are going to start getting tired. And as they get tired, as I said earlier, you're going to see the opportunities open up. And it's just going to be speed game at that point.
Garvin with it for the Raiders, going D to D. Seneca Valley in neutral ice sets it up. Good poke check there by one of the Tigers as North Allegheny breaks up that potential threat. Now the Raiders will gain the red line and dump it in deep. North Allegheny playing it behind its own cage. And slowly the Tigers come out to center. Ryder Wilson unable to handle that lead pass as it's swept away by one of the Raiders' defense as we've passed the midpoint of period 3. Connor Chi being ridden hard off the puck, and now he's cross-checked to the ice as play continues by Leishman. Tigers have it defensively, and they'll send it back towards Seneca Valley territory. Bouncing puck. One-timer, save made! Point blank on Irvin.
Woo!
Oh, Nichols. Write that one down if the Raiders can find an equalizer. Jonathan Nichols dialed in a 1-0 game, and he keeps it a 1-0 game somehow.
Some were telling me a couple weeks ago when I covered Seneca Valley that they're really behind Nichols now. He stepped in, had the opportunity to prove himself, did so very quickly in dramatic fashion, and they really like how he handles himself in the crease.
And off the face-off, he will freeze as Spack put it immediately on goal. And Nichols had to fight that puck a little bit as it bounced toward him on the outdoor ice here at North Park. And we'll do it again from the same spot. Trying to push it forward, but the Raiders win the faceoff. And here's Kozlina trying to outlet it for Davis, but that pass went too far. And here on the counterattack is Connor Chi and the North Allegheny Tigers. Chi swiping at this puck, but it's taken away by the Raiders. And a lead pass to Jackson Reed. Reed has a step. Reed ridden off the puck neatly by Gallo, who's Mr. Everything tonight for Mike Bagnotto's club. And now this lead pass intended for Spack is broken up by Jack Smelser. And that could have been a dangerous moment there for Seneca Valley because Spack was all by himself behind Smelser. Turnover by the Raiders, but they can't hang on to the puck for long. And now Irvin lost his blade, and Seneca Valley might have an opportunity as the puck is poked at the last moment by North Allegheny defensively. The Tigers staying right with the Seneca Valley forward line as one of the Raiders goes down, and this puck is loose in the right circle. And the Raiders will just kind of settle it down as the Tigers are making a change behind the play. And Kozlina crosses the line for Seneca Valley. Kozlina on his forehand. Wraparound try, denied by Murphy. Rebound swiped out of there. I didn't see if Murphy swatted that away or if his defenseman did, but the Raiders still have it. Now it's put off the shoulder of Murphy. And the Tigers counterattack. Here's Washabaugh into the offensive zone. Washabaugh trying to outmaneuver his man as he goes into the corner. Washabaugh's centering pass is broken up, but he's still fighting for that puck before the Raiders come away with it. Up ahead now it comes to Zach Rogalski. Rogalski into the corner. Rogalski behind the North Allegheny net. Rogalski wraparound try. Save made by Murphy. Rebound is cleared, and it's going to be icing against North Allegheny.
The bounces are starting to go Seneca Valley's way here in this period. It's definitely good with about 6 minutes remaining here in the third period, down by 1. They're going to need to have that really golden bounce to be able to put one in the net here because, honestly, Murphy's been pretty solid and in a crease right now. But that little sequence they had was a good start, so we'll see how this one goes.
Tigers win a big face-off in their own zone, and every little bit helps. North Allegheny been very strong on face-offs throughout the evening. Seneca Valley steals, but unable to mount any kind of serious attack. And the Tigers are going to be content to ice the puck once again and take their chances with another face-off in their own end.
Another face-off, another face-off, another face-off. You don't want to give them too many opportunities. But the Raiders, I wouldn't be surprised if they can pop one in here in the next couple minutes. But I won't be surprised if, Murphy can stand on his head.
You talked about the defensive identity of the Seneca Valley Raiders. I keep flashing back to all those Jim Black North Allegheny teams from back in the day that won championships. So the Tigers, historically, they know a thing or two about good defense as well. Two very well-rounded programs in action here tonight as Rylan Murphy makes a save from just outside the right circle. And this time it will not be icing. Seneca Valley will play this puck in front of its own goaltender, Jonathan Nichols, as cutting in is Kaminsky, getting the puck deep for North Allegheny with just a little over 5 minutes to go. From the half wall, it deflects off the side of the net. Kaminsky in pursuit. He'll defer to Cole Jackman. Jackman from his knees sends it to the opposite corner and has it now left circle. Jackman fighting both the puck and the conditions here as he goes down, trying to play it far side. 50-50 battle in the corner is going to be won by Seneca Valley. And they get the puck out to neutral ice. Kyle Holmes waiting for his teammates to tag up. And they do as Irvin gets in there. Irvin for Spack, now trying to go back to Irvin. It's loose and the net was partially exposed, but the Raiders were right there to back up Nichols. And will this be icing on Seneca Valley? Yes, it will. This one did not play at my wedding, by the way. I kind of wish it had. It's a nice, I like the nostalgia it evokes. Now my jaw's starting to get frozen too, jeez.
Told you.
Yeah,
it catches up on you fast.
It does.
Well, just power through the last 4:14 here, or maybe more, but...
Well, that's what both these teams are trying to do. North Allegheny trying to protect a 1-0 lead and maybe add to it. Seneca Valley looking for at least one. And for their sake, more. Tigers looking to extend their winning streak to 6 games here in PIHL play under the lights in Wexford. Centering pass broken up, but not out. It's in on Murphy. Save made. Rebound cleared by Connor Chi. Spack with it. Spack with room. Puts it on goal. Great save. Rebound. Score! Thank you, sir. May I have another? Trey Gallo with a huge insurance marker. It is 2-0 North Allegheny as Gallo puts in another rebound with 3:38 to play in regulation.
Those are the daggers you don't like to see, as you get all the momentum down low. You get all that pressure. You get those opportunities, and then something comes the other way, and they were able to split your goaltender down and just flip one over and put it in. It's going to be an interesting bounce back here for Anthony Rako's squad. They got 3:39 left to play here. They got to get 2 to get tied, though.
And you got to credit, conversely, North Allegheny for the way they've supported their goaltender as well. Riley Murphy, they've done the work so that Murphy hasn't really had to.
Right.
And Gallo's going to have a lifetime worth of stories to tell after this one as Spack picks up the helper. And Connor Chi extends his point streak to 12 games now as Nichols is forced to make a save on Lorenzo Calesi. So Gallo with goals 10 and 11 now on the varsity season. North Allegheny's best offense, it's defense tonight. Connor Chi now up to 24 points, so he will add to his class-leading total coming into tonight. 16 helpers for the senior forward now as Kozlina tries to crack that goose egg late for the Raiders. Kozlina being ridden hard by Barnhart. Turnaround try. Oh, Murphy saw that puck take a very funny bounce, and it was a North Allegheny bounce. That could have been trouble for the Tigers. But the Raiders still on the attack here as this puck takes a deflection and a high one that goes wide. And the net is empty off to our right. So we're playing 6-on-5 here.
2 to go.
With that much time remaining. And here comes Kozlina shooting. Save made by Murphy. Rebound.
Oh.
Put off the leg of Murphy. Rebound. Score! Don't touch that remote. Or that mouse for that matter. It is Andrew Davis with dogged determination nuzzling that nylon at long last for the Seneca Valley Raiders. It is a 2-1 game now, and the plot thickens with just under $1.50 to play.
Timeout. They're going to talk about it.
Again, not an optimal situation with the Seneca Valley uniform numbers, but I believe, judging by the post-mortem and the celebration line, that this will be Tyler Davis's goal. And if so, or Andrew Davis's goal, I beg your pardon. And if so, that'll be Davis's team-leading 9th goal of the season. And
North Allegheny calls it.
That would appear to be the case.
Trying to ice the Seneca Valley Raiders, ironically.
And I'm sure Bagnotto also is telling his team, hey guys, we need to be on our toes, attention to detail. Let's get a big face-off win here. And the net so far,
still empty.
We don't know if it's going to be filled or not because
he's on the ice.
Yes, he is. He's participating in the pep talk here from Anthony
One goal,
Rako.
Yeah, you're down 1 goal. You're going to leave him. Well.
And I think Nichols might actually sit this one out.
Nope.
No.
There he goes.
They're going to leave. Okay.
You leave him in for a little bit. You get possession. Then you get the opportunity to get him out.
Stands to reason.
You just play it like a normal 1-goal deficit.
Yes,
here.
he is. Yes, he is. And the Tigers concede the face-off to the Seneca Valley Raiders. Andrew Davis, the senior forward, keeps the Raiders alive late, and they have the puck here.
There he goes.
As it's overskated. And there indeed goes Nichols to the bench as the puck sails all the way back into Seneca Valley territory.
Hoffman.
Shane Kozlina, who came in tied for the top 10 in Class AAA and overall points, will add to his point total. Kozlina with 16 points now on the year as he and Smelser pick up the helpers. And Kozlina goes down now, and that's a break for Gallo as he's looking for the hat trick. But instead he'll just tap it back into Seneca Valley territory, and now a long lead pass eludes Kozlina as we have 1 minute left in regulation. Tigers 2, Raiders 1. We're not done yet. Jackson Reed, far corner. Plays it behind the North Allegheny goal.
50 to go.
With it is Gallo. Gallo on the backhand. Gallo in pursuit of his own dump-in. Gallo, what will he do? Outmaneuvers a man, goes out in front, can't ram it home. It's still loose. The Raiders all playing makeshift goalkeeper here as Tyler Gallo still has this puck. Is Gallo going to try out and kill this clock all by himself? It looked like it for a moment. Now Connor Chi has it. Connor Chi is going to take some time off the clock. Now he fires wide of the empty net. Now Shane O'Neill has it with 15 seconds to go. It's sent in deep. And now it's going to come to Gallo again. Gallo from the half boards to the corner. And the Raiders just aren't going to have enough time here. 5 seconds left. They're not going to be able to get anything going. A long lead pass. They got to shoot immediately, and they will shoot it just wide of Rylan Murphy as time expires. El Davis made things interesting, but the North Allegheny Tigers have won 6 in a row. A most exciting PIHL outdoor game comes to a close here at North Park Ice Rink. Your final score, Tigers 2, Seneca Valley Raiders 1. Brian Mitchell, this one didn't exactly play out offensively the way we thought it might, but it was every bit as exciting as we thought it would be.
This is a good contest for an outdoor game. Both teams played like they wanted to play. They played their systems. They played their style. They weren't afraid of a large ice surface. So that was good. It's a big game for both of them, and it showed a lot on the stage for going forward in the second half.
Special thank you goes out to all of those who made this outdoor event a lasting memory for all participants and everyone in attendance. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending tonight's game and for supporting our student athletes. Please remember to thank our referees and make it a great night, everyone.
And thank you indeed to Garrett Gadosh and his crew. The 4-person crew, a very capable bunch. They did a fine job tonight under some unusual circumstances. And a very special thanks to PIHL Commissioner Dave Fryer, who is...
No. He's not the Fryer. John Muca's the commissioner.
John Muca's the commissioner, I beg your pardon. Special thanks to Dave Fryer all the same for being a trooper out here and keeping us company, providing the hand warmers.
Yep.
And just kind of hanging out with us tonight as we enjoy some outdoor hockey. Special thanks to you, Brian Mitchell,
They're
for letting me be a part of
pictures.
it.
Yeah.
And, boy, what a picturesque setting, too. We've said it many times, and you're probably sick of hearing both of us say it by now, but we can't say it enough. There's something about playing these games under the lights, under the stars. All you need now is your mom or your dad to open a door and tell you dinner's ready. It is that kind of environment out here for these young student athletes.
They're doing a team picture here.
And what a great night for the PIHL to get back into the business of event hockey, if you will, outdoor hockey. This has been a rousing success. And these two North Hills programs, the North Allegheny Tigers and the Seneca Valley Raiders, made it possible. Yeah, Dave, do the honors. And you like seeing this as well. It's not just about the W's and the L's, it's about the camaraderie. And when you're a student athlete, certainly it's of the utmost importance that you take that away from the experience. And credit the PIHL again for doing a really great job to optimize this experience for both teams. And credit Mother Nature as well, because, it wasn't rainy, it wasn't snowy, a little cold, but all in all, I mean, optimal conditions for an outdoor game.
We've had 40s, 50s, and 60s for the last week, and you wake up this morning and it's in the 20s. How could you not expect that? That's awesome.
It is. You just some things you just can't make up, and perfect timing for this event. And there we see perhaps the warmest person in the entire complex, the North Allegheny Tiger mascot, who is holding court with the victorious Tigers, as some amateur photographers have made their way, so to speak, out onto the ice surface here at North Park Ice Rink. And two neighboring teams, two very good teams. North Allegheny improving its overall record to 11-1. And as I said, the only team that's beaten North Allegheny so far, the Peters Township Indians, we're going to see them tomorrow night against the Canada McMillan Big Macs. And the Seneca Valley Raiders, who are now 6-5 overall in PIHL play, we're going to be seeing them again soon enough too, I'm sure. Once again, your final score from North Park Ice Rink. It is the North Allegheny Tigers 2, the Seneca Valley Raiders 1. For Brian Mitchell, for Dave Fryer, for all of you, thank you for listening and watching. I'm Matt Popchock, and it's been Burgh Hockey Live, outdoor style, on Pittsburgh Hockey Digest.